Hello guys, amigos, WRO here. In today's video I am ranking the best traits for WRO. Traits are defined by how useful they are for the team and how important they actually are. If you disagree with me at any point, please comment down below. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first trait we have is the trait of being disciplined. Now this trait is an awesome trait because being disciplined makes you practice more. More practice means more robot skill and understanding the robot. Robots are just a reflection of the team, and if you are disciplined your robot will be better. I think this is an amazing basic trait and everyone should have this. I am putting this trait in a tier as it is amazing in its own right but nothing game changing or a trait no one has that everyone should. The second trait we have is the trait of motivation. And yes, motivation can be a trait. But it's just really inconsistent. However, motivation can be great at times and some days you can get really good and you can do a massive amount of work in one day, but as I said, this trait is really inconsistent. Sometimes you get really motivated but sometimes you get no work done at all. There is a way to make this trait good though. If you pair the trait of being motivated with the previous trait, which was the disciplined trait, you can get a lot of things done and sometimes you can get a 2x work boost, which is really good. Of course, some days you are going to feel down because something random happened or your plans get ruined, but if you disciplined you can certainly get a lot of things done, and when the day goes right you can really tap into the motivation and get a lot of work done. If motivation was paired with disciplined, I would absolutely put both of these in S tier, but right now I am putting this trait in B tier as it's not that good on its own, but paired with something like disciplined or a trait I didn't put in here, which is emotional control, so you can kind of control your motivation a bit, and if you steer your motivation in the right way enough you can manually select when to be motivated. Of course this isn't an infinite motivation hack, this does have some downsides, but if you control your motivation and hype correctly you can definitely get a lot of things done. Okay, next trait we have is the growth mindset. Now a lot of people think they have growth mindset, and yes, most people do, but not in the right thing. Growth mindset is when you are okay to grow and change yourself to get better. People at the start of their journey in WROIC have growth mindset, but when they gain a lot of skill and start to gain trophies they start to form an ego, which is the enemy of growth mindset. Ego causes fixed mindset because you think you're better than other people and start not taking advice. If this does go on and the person does not take advice from their coach or friends, this can cause a lot of problems. However, if you dissolve your ego and redevelop your growth mindset and start to take advice from people who you think are below you, well, of course filter out the advice, but at least try them first. Having growth mindset, especially while you're already really good at robotics, is deadly because now you're not limited by any ego and you're learning and getting better all the time. It's almost like the time you don't know anything and had a huge learning spike. With growth mindset you can access this learning spike anytime. This is dangerously good, so if you have an ego right now, dissolve it now and learn from other people. You will not regret, even if you fail. That's another learning lesson. I am easily putting this trait in S tier. People should use this trait more often. Next trait we have is the skill of being a leader. This is another amazing trait, because WRO you are not doing robotics alone, you have teammates you have to grapple with. Even if you don't want to be the leader, having the skill is amazing. If you fell into a team that has no one that has the ability to lead, what are you going to do because other people don't know how to lead? I am not saying always lead, but if times get hard you should have the ability to flip a switch and turn into a temporary leader, or else your team may fail. This is going to be it for today's video. I am putting this in S tier. See you in the next video.